this is the perfect video for your first workout. Because you think it takes hours of watching content to start, but in reality, it's way simpler. And today I teach you the core fundamentals of building the muscular physique. And with each one, you will get the simple steps to follow in order to nail your first workout perfectly. And the first thing that you have to actually do to nail your first workout perfectly is to fuel your car. So imagine your body as a car. To go from point A to point B with your car, you have to fuel it. So you should not only give your car, which is your body, enough fuel, but also you should give it time to digest that fuel. And now here's the question: how much food should I eat before the workout? And how long before the work? And to give you a really simple answer, for every 45 to 75 minutes of training, you should eat somewhere around 30 to 60 grams of carbohydrates of carbs from 1 to 2 hours before workout. And this could be as simple as 2 medium-sized apples or 45 grams of dry pasta. Now for longer sessions or more intense ones, you should ideally strive for somewhere around 60 to 100 grams of carbs. And now, because we have more fuel, we need to give our body more time to process it. So we need somewhere around 3 to 4 hours before workout. And this could be as simple as 150 grams of dry oats or 500 grams of sweet potatoes. And now, how to really know that I've actually ate this amount of carbs? Basically, just download the application MyFitnessPal or any calorie tracker and just input the data. Just input the things that you ate. Now, okay, we already understand that we have to fuel our body, but what parts of our body we have to train in order to get muscular and aesthetic, right? So, to get the most amount of aesthetics, right, we want to focus on muscles that actually improve our frame, which are your shoulders, your traps, your back, your bicep, your tricep, your chest, and of course your abs. And of course, if you have time, you should also train other parts of your bodies, like for example legs, for example your neck, for example your forearms, right? But the problem is, like, right now you probably don't have like a lot of time. Of course, if you have time, go ahead, train everything, right? But the most important ones, the priority for you should be to keep the visual leverage right now, okay? So focus on those muscles, and for the rest of the video we'll focus mainly primary on those muscle groups. And now, to really give yourself the idea on how does your physique look like, I want you to take a picture of your physique from different angles. And I want you to rate each muscle group, and I want you to rate it from 1 to 10, right? And then just focus mainly on those parts that have the lowest rating, right? We are getting to the best part, which is to actually understand how your muscles work, how your muscles grow, right? So to grow your muscle, you have to hit muscular failure at least 10 times per week on that muscle, okay? This might sound strange or complicated. I'm gonna break it down for you right now. Hitting muscular failure on an exercise on one muscle basically means going to the point in which you can't perform another rep without breaking your form and without simple help like from your bro, right? So your job for the entire week is to just drive to your goal, which is train, to the goal, which is muscular failure, through the roads, which are exercise, 10 times per week. At least 10 times. Each time you drive, you are doing a set. Set is nothing more than just a set of repetitions, right? And now, to make sure that you are growing your muscles, each set should take you to the muscular failure with somewhere around 6 to 10 reps. Because more than 12 reps actually builds endurance, and less than 6 reps actually builds more strength. We want to focus on 6 to 10. This is the hypertrophy, which basically is a fancy word for growing muscles. In other words, if you want to grow your bicep, you have to hit it to the failure 10 times, at least 10 times per week. And you should finish each set with somewhere around 6 to 10 repetitions. And that's for every muscle you want to grow. Okay, but what about the weight? And now here's the tricky part, because each week you should challenge yourself, either by doing more reps or by doing more weight. If you see that you are doing more than 10 reps on an exercise, you should add weight, right? It's as simple as that. If you can't do at least 6 to 7 reps with that one weight, you should probably lower the weight. That challenging yourself is called the progressive overload, which basically just means that each week, each training, you are challenging yourself to do more and more and more. And why we are doing this? Because it's essential to build muscle. We have to constantly challenge our muscles to make them grow. And how to really think about that? Okay, like let's just think we are in our first session. How to really like count that? The easiest way is to just grab your notebook and just write down reps x the amount of weight. That's all for each exercise. And you have the exact numbers that you might want to basically just beat yourself in that game, right? But if you don't want to use notebook, you can download application like Heavy, and it's basically the same thing but on your smartphone. And now we are going to the juicy part, which is basically exercises. Now you can learn more exercises, but these ones are the most essential ones, and yeah, let's just go into it. With each exercise, there's like a side note. With each exercise, I want you to do something. First of all, take the weight that you feel is gonna be challenging for you, but you're gonna do it for at least 6 to 7 reps, okay? Do everything slowly, especially the negative part of the lift, which is basically just going back to the starting position of the lift. And try, this is the most important one, try to really focus with all your brain power on that muscle that you are currently hitting. That helps with something that is called mind-muscle connection, which is basically just improving the connection of your brain to activation of your muscle fibers, and there's like a lot of bro science behind that, but yeah, it helps you to work even harder with those muscles. Now the first exercise is bicep curl. You want to find a preacher curl bench, and if you can't find it, do this exercise by standing. The motion is simple. Imagine that you are closing the gap between your bicep and your forearm. Try not to move your elbows. Focus on squishing your bicep and then slowly put the weight down. The second is tricep push down. Find the cable machine and get ropes. Now hold the ropes with your both hands, lean slightly forward with your torso and lock your elbows behind your back. Now just push the ropes down and feel your tricep. Make sure not to move the elbows, right? The elbow part is the important one, okay? Shoulder press, a little bit more demanding, but it's still simple, right? Find a simple bench with 2 dumbbells or find a shoulder press machine. Sit on the bench, brace with your abs and legs. To brace properly, imagine that you are getting punched in your stomach. Tense your abs, feel it with air to create more internal pressure, and then make sure that your elbows are in 35-degree angle, and just lift the weights up and down. You should feel your shoulders working. Make sure that you are using your shoulders and not the momentum, right? Bench press. Find bench with a barbell. Lie down on it and brace with your legs and your stomach by creating a small arch. Pull your shoulder blades down and back to the bench. Lift your chest, grab the barbell slightly wider than your shoulder width. Keep your wrists straight. Now take deep breath, tighten your core, and push the weight up and down. Lat pull down. Find a lat pull down machine, or just use cables, okay? Lift your chest a little bit. Now grab the bar and pull your elbows down in a straight motion. You should feel your lats burning. If you're not feeling them burning, then you're probably not working hard enough. And don't swing. Leg extension. Just sit there and do the motion without moving your ass, basically. And the quick tip how to learn more exercises. Let's just say you are in the gym and you want to learn more exercises for some reason. Just type on YouTube name of the muscle group, which can be bicep, exercises, gym, proper technique, whatever. Because there's no point in overcomplicating stuff right now. If you really need more exercises, then just learn them later. Right now, what you have to actually do is to go and have your first workout, right? When you are trying to paint, you are not like doing some Picasso shit right now, like Da Vinci, right? You are basically just learning some shadows or like dry, I don't know. I've never painted in my life. But you're probably learning how to draw apples, right? Not some Mona Lisa shit, right? So this is the same thing with the gym. Just go and train. That's it. You're gonna learn everything later, right? And now here's the thing that you probably already have in back of your mind. Okay, how do I actually split? How do I actually make my workout routine? First thing, you have to pick something that is called the workout split. Workout split is the way you arrange the exercises and different muscle groups between the days of the week, right? It's as simple as that. And how to split those exercises between your sessions? It's simple. Just ask yourself, how many times per week I can actually go to the gym? If that's more than 3, you should probably go with the push-pull legs, which is basically push, it's pushing motion, it's tricep, it's your shoulder, it's your chest. With pull, is your pulling, it's basically your back and your bicep and your traps, right? And one day legs, it's easy. If it's just 3 times per week or less, you should ideally do something like full body workout, which basically means that you are training every single session, you are training everything, every single muscle group, okay? And now your job is to split 10 sets of each muscle group between those sessions, right? If you want to grow our bicep, we have to have 10 sets per week, which means that we have to do 4 sets on Monday. Let's just hypothetically say that we are training on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday, 4 sets, 3 sets on Wednesday, and 3 sets on Friday. It's simple math. You'll probably be able to do it by yourself. Tell me you know math. And now we finally destroyed our muscles. We have to regenerate them. We have to make sure that after we destroy them, our body has actually time and resources to rebuild itself. And here comes the question, the important question that you're probably asking. How many proteins should I eat per day? And what the hell is protein? So basically proteins are like bricks for your muscles. You need bricks to build a cathedral, right? You need proteins to build your muscles. It's easy. Ideally, you should eat every single day somewhere around 2 grams of proteins per kilogram of your body mass, which basically means if you weigh 70 kilos, you should get somewhere around 140 grams of proteins. You find proteins in meat, in dairy, and in eggs. But here's the thing, imagine that you have all the resources in the world to actually build your house, the dream house of yours. But you're like working 24/7. You don't have time to build a house. No matter how many resources you would have, you would not be able to build a house. And now here's the thing. Your muscles regenerate, they rebuild themselves when you are sleeping. So the time that you need is actually sleeping. That is probably the hardest part of building muscle. You need somewhere around like 8 hours of sleep every single day. Which is tough, I know. But the easiest way to maximize your sleep is to just follow these couple of steps. First of all, every single day, do something called rewinding, at least like 10 to 20 minutes before sleeping. It's basically a time where you just mentally dump some shit or from your head to the journal. You are not like texting, you are not like scrolling, you're basically just being yourself. You are relaxing to make it easier for you to fall asleep. Second step is maximizing the contrast between the day and the night, which means basically that your morning should be as light as possible and your night should be as dark as possible. That contrast is scientifically proven to help you with falling asleep. Third step, every single day you have something like sleep drive, and with time it gets higher and higher and higher and higher, right? So the more things you do, the more like work you do, the more sleep drive you will have. So if you have troubles with sleeping, just try training harder, just try and like doing more stuff in the day. Naturally, you will feel more sleep drive. Okay, one of the last, probably the hardest part for most people is to actually diet part. So how many calories should I actually eat to hit my goals, right? The easiest way to do is to basically Google calorie calculator, right? And we just Google that, we populate our data, and we get the number of maintenance, right? This is the amount of calories we have to eat every single day to maintain weight. Now, if we want to get bigger, just add 100 to 300 calories per day. If we want to get leaner, so like lose weight, just subtract 100 to 300 calories per day. It's easy. It's just it. And that's your calorie intake, and that's your daily calorie intake. Just make sure that you are eating this amount of calories every single day. And how to make sure that you are eating the same amount of calories every single day? There's like 2 ways that actually work. The first is to eat the same things every single day. If your diet is actually healthy, so it means that you are like, you give yourself all of the micronutrients, all of this shit that you need, you can eat every single day the same meals. And if you are scared that you won't be able to stick to the diet, because when every single time you think diet, you think about eating just broccoli with plain rice, why not just find healthy alternatives of the foods that you already love? Why not Google on YouTube how to make healthy kebab, how to make protein pizza? There are like hundreds of videos about that. And now the last part of the diagram of the process is assessment. Each week, I want you to ask yourself, do I feel progress in the weight that I use on exercise or reps? But also, do I feel progress in muscular mass or my weight? So am I getting closer to my goal? And that's basically everything you have to know about building muscle. And by the way, if that video helped you in anything, subscribe to this channel to become part of our creed and to help me making more and more videos for you. And if you want to build sexy and muscular physique, check out the first link in the description, because I might have something exactly for you. Do your best and leave the rest to God, and boom.